Welcome to Friday Night Game Night. This is the tree trimming game. This game has everything. It's for 1 to 24 players. A game that seems like you can only play at the holidays, but is so thoughtful and easy to play that my kids actually want to play this kind of all the time. The premise of the game is to fill up the tree with ornament cards. The ornament cards are mixed up, and it cannot touch another ornament that matches it. Now, when I said you can play 1 to 24 players, it's because you can. It's a cooperative game. And there is a little bit of competition, and especially between my kids who want to put the star on. But for the most part, each person just takes a turn. The cool thing is when you land on a star card, you get to pull a card from a deck of questions. Of course, these questions are holiday-based, but they're conversational. An example is something like, do you like eggnog or hot cocoa? And it gives people room to debate. One thing that I really appreciate about this game is that the instructions are laid out on the board, which means I'm not going back and forth, trying to figure out what we do next, even though it's an easy to follow game. Some of the questions are really silly, and my kids got a kick out of that. I didn't really see a place where you could mess up while playing the game, which makes it that much more forgiving and easy to play with little ones. Now, this is a hefty board. Like, the size of this thing is huge, so you need to make sure that you have enough space to play, which would ideally be after dinner. Because the board is so big, it gives more people a chance to play. We played with 4 people, but anyone can jump in at any time. Depending on how many people are playing and how many questions are asked with the holiday spirit cards will determine the length of the game. From start to finish and with all the giggling involved, this took about 40 minutes. Sometimes I feel like Christmas games miss the mark, but this one was so joyful and spirited, and my kids had such a fun time that it really felt like Christmas spirit while playing. And if the holidays are the only time that you actually get to see your family, this is definitely worth bringing along, even with as heavy as it is. Thanks for joining us for another Friday Night Game Night. See you next week.